And in 2010, I thought, is this it? Have I done everything I could do? That I have built, I've done, marketing in shoes. I have done architecture. I have done game consoles. I've done operating system. I've done phone. I've done a lot in technology. I came up from a background of furniture design, but if you ask me about the north bridge, the south bridge of the computer and how computer memory architecture work, I can tell you. I learned everything there was about technology that I thought was relevant to me already. And I said, here I am at 40 years old. A couple of years back, 40 years old. And I said, is this it? Have I done everything I could do in my life to make the impact that I set off to do when I was little? So, I don't know how many of you have seen this video, but it's truly my inspiration and the reason why I started Gogoro. So I'll play it for you in 1 second.
Our curiosity is relentless. We have robots on Mars and computers that think for themselves.
That's okay. Well, I'll use words to describe it. How about that? If you think about what the world has been in the last 8 years, how the smartphone completely changed your life when it comes to the way that you communicate with your friends, the way that you communicate with your family and have relationships, the way you work, the way you access information, the way you look for a new restaurant. The smartphone completely changed your life, and it has only been 8 years. Unfortunately though, that has not been done to energy. Energy to me is a very, very old and archaic technology. If you don't know, gasoline was an accidental discovery as a creation of kerosene in 1854. In the 1800s, people discovered gasoline. And until now, sure, there's some innovation in additives and cleaning and generation of energy, but we're still burning fossil fuel. That same creativity, that same technology, innovation, if we apply ourselves to energy, we can change the world. And that's what inspires me every day. PM 2.5 ，actually 今天是一个很好的一篇来讲这个 ，right? Terrible, terrible, terrible. And of course, there's some great companies doing great things in the Western world, in the United States and in Europe. But we all know where PM 2.5 problem is. 在这里，在我们的 backyard， 在我们的附近，在我们的 neighborhood， right? 把它叠在 population density. What you get is what we call UAP-related death, urban air pollution-related death. These are people that are dying every day because of air pollution. And in 2012, 7 million people died because of air pollution. This has to do with tailpipe emission, has to do with burning fossil fuel, as well as wood stove burning and energy creation and other industrial emission, of which 5.9%, or 5.9 million, or 84%, died in Asia. This is how significant this problem is. We live in a changing world. We are, I'm 45 years old. Sorry, I forgot. 46, 45. I'm 45 years old. I remember when I grew up, 天是绿色的，天是蓝色的，地是绿色的。我跟你说中文不好啊 ，right？ 我搞不清楚这种 ，right？ The sky was blue and the grass was green. But unfortunately, when you look outside now, 浅灰、深灰的，没有绿色的，没有蓝色，很少看到蓝色。We live in a very different world. 我小的时候呢，去抓昆虫呢，可以抓到蜻蜓啊、蝴蝶啊，很多很漂亮的昆虫。在香港哦，现在呢，在台湾，如果你找小朋友去抓昆虫，你会很可怕。这个昆虫是很多这种东西在上面，你知道吗？因为这个一点都不漂亮了。现在，我们的地球完全改变了。By 2030, in 15 years, the UN and the World Health Organization always estimate by the next 15 years, by 2030, it's estimated that there will be 41 mega cities around the world. Today there are 28. 是伦敦啊、东京啊、New York 啊这种地方。These are cities that have thousands and thousands and thousands of people living on top of each other. Congested, polluted, and have demand on energy not like anything we've ever seen before. 60% of the people is also estimated by that time to be living inside cities. That's 3 out of 5 of us. 每5个人有3个人会住在一个大城市里面。That's a significant change to how the world is going to work. 30亿人 3 billion people will move from what we call poverty into global middle class. Global middle class 对不起，不是可以去买一台车，不是 Honda、Toyota、BMW。Global middle class 不是可以去买一个包包。Global middle class is moving out of poverty, moving out of a village, and now living in a city. Where your best friend might not be the guy across the street or next to you. Your best friend is across the city. And that will have demand on energy again, like we've never seen it before. Of course, there's some great companies doing great things. You know, they're making great products to try to eliminate fossil fuel burning. This is, for example, a solution that is in America. This is in America how people park and charge. This is where I wrote my business plan. I wrote my business plan in Rome from a blank slate of paper. From a blank sheet of paper, I started writing and started thinking about energy. In a place like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cars deep in the parking. You don't even have a place for a parking meter. How do you get to charge at night? No way you can charge cars at night. This is in Milan, right? This is the way they park. This is how we move around in Taipei, right? 11 bridges. Taipei Chao, 每一天. This is the transportation solution that everybody aspire to in big cities. This is the way we park scooters in Taiwan, right? In the university, I've seen your guys' parking lot full of scooters, right? It's the only mean of transportation that is cost effective, that is easy and convenient, that is quick, and that is carefree. Can you imagine trying to charge your battery? Can you try to imagine what it would be like if there was all these electrical cords around to try and charge your you know, 对不起老师，我没办法上课今天，因为有人踢到我的这个电线 right? What kind of, you know, you can't do that. There is no solution like that. Unfortunately, most people don't know a 2-wheel gas vehicle is more polluting per kilometer than a 4-wheel car. Do you know that? On emission, it is way more polluting. It's about 6 times more polluting per kilometer with the toxic gas coming out of a two-wheel vehicle, a modern 2-wheel vehicle, a 4-stroke, than a modern 4-wheel car. That's how bad it is. Unfortunately, the weapon of choice for young people and growing cities of tomorrow are killing us. They're turning our cities into places like this. Terrible pollution. People are dying every day. Do we want to live like this? Is that the way that we're supposed to live? Is that the way that our city as we imagine in the future, is that the way it's supposed to be? We have to ask ourselves that question. So I told myself, there's some solutions out there that are good, but it's certainly not good enough. And I believe there are better solutions out there. And there must be a better way to consume energy, to experience energy, to distribute energy. And so I quit HTC and I started this company. 不小心开了蛮多新闻。